morning. Welcome to 49ers in 5, your daily update on everything happening with the team that you need to know. I'm Rob Stats Guerrera. Today is Tuesday, January 16th, 2024. Here's what's happening with your San Francisco 49ers. There wasn't a ton of Niners news yesterday, so we thought we'd look ahead to today to see what is coming up for the team. Niners will have practice today, tomorrow, and Thursday. Kyle Shanahan is going to speak twice this week. Once today, 11:35 a.m. Pacific time, and then again on Thursday. Brock Purdy, of course, will meet the media tomorrow. Before that, however, he sat down with Matt Maiocco on Matt's podcast, 49ers Talk. He said a couple of things. One of them, I totally believe. The other one, I don't believe for a single second. Let's start with the one I actually don't believe. Here's Brock Purdy talking about when he hears what other people or the media has said about it.
There's some things that are said throughout the locker room, and guys, come up to me and say, "Hey, did you hear this or that?" And so I hear through the grapevine, but obviously I don't take that and throw it on to fuel my fire or anything like that. For me, it's like, man, I know who I am and I know what I'm trying to do for this team, and I have to execute it consistently every week, and I have to prove that to myself every week and to my team more than anything every week. So I hear some things, but I don't get wrapped up in it and live for it. So that's just the truth.
I don't believe that for a single second. Look, we have seen Brock on the field, right? He's flexing, he's doing all the poses, he's screaming, and he himself has talked about wanting to prove to his teammates and to other people that he does belong in the league. So I don't think he just brushes all that stuff off. I think we've seen that he doesn't do it, but I also think Brock is smart enough to know the right way to answer those questions, right? Even if he doesn't brush that stuff off, he doesn't have to tell everybody that. So he's smart enough to answer the questions a certain way, but I absolutely think he internalizes stuff. And that's not necessarily a bad thing, by the way. Some of the greatest players of all time have become that by internalizing stuff. So I just want to make that clear. Here's the second thing Brock said, and he was talking about his previous experience in college and how that helps him today in the NFL.
I took those experiences of all the rotations and different coverages and stuff and different times in the game, 2-minute drill at the end of the game, and I'm seeing this or that. Like, those are all things I was able to bank, in my memory bank, and I can always remember, like, when we're talking about stuff on film or at practice, I'm like, I remember, we saw this against, I don't know, Texas in my sophomore year. Like, I sort of can go back and think of those times, and so it's just all experience, it's reps.
If he's pulling up pictures in his mind of defenses he saw his sophomore year, that is pretty damn impressive. That is a special kind of memory, and that's the kind of memory that we have heard a lot of the great quarterbacks talk about having, the ability to bank your experiences and just be able to immediately recall that and pull that up and use it to your advantage in the moment. That is a very special quality. If Brock has that, that's obviously a very encouraging sign for the future. We always give you one thing to read, one thing to watch, and one thing you might have missed. One thing to read on this Tuesday. I had to get some things off my chest yesterday about some narratives that I'm hearing from Packers fans and from the national media when talking about Green Bay and their game against the 49ers this weekend. I was a little frustrated, a little cranky, not going to lie, but please go to our website, goldstandardniners.com, to read it so I can push back against those narratives just for my own personal mental well-being. Again, link in the description of this episode. One thing to watch, the sniffing around the 49ers coaching staff continues. This time, it's assistant special teams coach Matt Harper, who got interviewed this weekend for the vacant Giants special teams coaching job. Harper has been with the team since 2021. I don't particularly think the Niners special teams have been that great, but sure, if you want them Giants, I guess take them. One thing you may have missed, shout out to Christian Juszczyk, apparently designer to the stars. She designed the jacket that Taylor Swift wore to the Chiefs-Dolphins playoff game this weekend and one that Taylor Lautner wore to the Lions playoff game. I didn't realize this, but apparently she's been doing it for a little while. She designed a jacket for Simone Biles and for Brittany Mahomes. So that's a hell of a weekend for Christian Juszczyk. You might have had the best weekend of anybody associated with the 49ers because the good press you got for your business is off the charts. So congrats. That's already a win for the Juszczyks. That's a wrap on today's 49ers in 5. Please rate, review, and follow the Gold Standard Podcast Network. Like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Hit the little bell. You'll get notified every single time we go live, and we are live every single weekday for you. So make sure you do that. You don't want to miss anything, especially now, the most important time of the year. We'll be live later today. Steph Sanchez, Jason Aponte, Bully Ball. 8 a.m. Pacific time. Hop in on the stream if you're up and at 'em and you got some time. Of course, it'll live on our YouTube channel and we'll turn it into a podcast as we always do. But we like when you join us. We like the interactive questions. So if you have any time, we would appreciate it. Enjoy your Tuesday, everybody. I'm Rob Stats Guerrera. We'll talk later today.